I just want to apologise to everybody that I've insulted, especially the Brighton fans. Absolutely nothing. Welcome to the Footcast. My name is Jaybur and I hope you're all well. If you're enjoying the content around here, press the like button, subscribe, share this with your mates. There's no sign of any disgruntled world heavyweight boxers in this podcast. How are we doing this week, gentleman?
Good, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm alright. I've been very busy in my personal life. Yeah.
What's his name?
Huh?
What's his name?
That's homophobic.
I don't have anything against gay people. I think gay people are cool, but...
God. Right, moving swiftly on. So as you can guess from the title of the podcast and the little thumbnail, we're going to be discussing England. Who is Gareth Southgate going to take to the World Cup and who should he take? And is it a mistake having it in winter? Is it, boys?
Yes.
Yeah, pubs are going to be shit.
Well, pubs going to be shit.
It's going to be indoors.
Well, it's going to be hot and it's going to be sweaty. You're a wrestler. You should be used to it.
True.
So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of issues with it being in December/November. There's a number of high-profile casualties, and added to that today is Sadio Mane. There's going to be a lot of good players not at the World Cup, so now people are like, is Harry Kane actually going to play tonight in the Carabao Cup?
That'd be stupid. I mean, Southgate, that is his golden boy, which is fucking shit because he's shit.
Right, okay.
I mean, he's not shit, but when you compare him to other strikers, in certain games, you'd be like, let's take Harry Kane off. Every other manager will be clever enough to think that. Even a Chelsea manager, as non-clever as they are, they would do the same.
I disagree. I think Harry Kane's the best striker we've got at the moment. I know we've got the likes of Dominic Calvert-Lewin, the likes of Tammy Abraham, Ivan Toney, but,
Callum Wilson,
yeah. I think what makes Kane great, right, is he can come deep, and his distribution is very good. So if he
that's when he's playing with Song.
And then
when he's playing with Song, it works, but it doesn't work when he doesn't have Song.
Yeah, it slows it right down when he does it for England.
And there's no one in the box where he needs to be.
But if you say to Foden and Sterling or Grealish or whoever, I'd personally have Saka, to be honest. People that can start in. He's better than Jadon Sancho at the moment.
I'm not even denying that. I'm just saying he's Saka shit.
So who would you have then? You keep saying Sterling's crap.
Did I say Sterling's crap? I said the way he gets played for England. I said the way he gets played for England and Chelsea.
I wouldn't have Sterling start. You know full well what I was like last year with the Euros and Sterling and that.
Bear in mind though, Chelsea have him playing more of a defensive role, which doesn't suit him. Look at the way he played for City. When you land him to go forward and push, he was the best right wing, left wing in the league.
Why do you keep digging at Chelsea for, man?
Because that's where he's currently playing.
Right, Nathan, are you part of this podcast or something? Or are you just...
I am, but I didn't know. I didn't know Graham Potter has played Sterling as a left wing back. Sterling is not a left wing back.
Exactly what I was saying.
Wait. You got someone like Chilwell, who's obviously injured, who can play left back and left wing back. You got Cucurella, who can play left wing back, and left centre back. That's three there, but you are playing Sterling in the worst position possible. He is a left winger or a right winger. You play him on the wing, you're laughing. You got Sterling on your best day, like you did in the Euros. Last year, he was England's best player. He was one of Man City's best players for years. He was a good player at Liverpool, but Graham Potter is not playing him in the correct position. I hope he learns.
Leave it at Southgate.
Well, I don't know.
Look at the World Cup. Played him through the middle as an attacking midfielder.
Yeah, but he was England's best player in the Euro. I felt.
Yeah, the Euros because he got played in his actual position, and it proved
So
that Southgate was in.
You need to play him in his best. If Graham Potter plays Sterling in his best position, Chelsea are laughing.
Yeah,
and that's honestly. I feel like Chelsea are just laughing, and he hasn't. And I hope he learned from the game against Brighton. I hope he learned from the game against Arsenal, and then maybe it might be okay. Hopefully,
Wait, what do you mean by Brighton? Do you mean Chelsea? Brighton A team?
Yeah, when Chelsea got beaten by Brighton. That's
Who's Chelsea? Do you mean Brighton B team?
Who's Man United?
Oh, we're shit. I know that for a fact.
Oh, no, you're not. You're higher than us. You're higher than us, so you can't be shit.
Are we? We're fifth.
Yeah, we're seventh.
Oh, I thought you were third.
true.
No, I wish. But to be honest, yeah, at the end of the day, he has played him in the worst position, and this is why Sterling probably won't do great this season because Potter won't listen.
I mean, you're bringing it back on track for a bit. This with the subject of the World Cup. I think we all know now. I think by the time this comes out, it'll be today. But Gareth Southgate will be announcing the England squad tomorrow. If I pull up Twitter, there's a number of tweets on there from sources close to the Telegraph newspaper. Apparently, James Maddison won't be getting taken to the World Cup.
That was obvious.
He's one of our more attacking players, though. Who else are we going to put there? I know we've got Bellingham. I know we've got
Bellingham's more of a box to box. Like Maddison's an attacking midfielder where Foden and Grealish can both play, but they've got more transition into left wing. But they are mainly attacking midfielders. Yeah. But unfortunately, we're going to take Mason Mount. No offense, Nathan. I know you're going to disagree, but I'd rather have got Conor Gallagher.
I mean, I wonder if there was an English attacking midfielder that was an asset for his club team that could, supply the striker very well and has a lot of skill and is very fast.
I would say who I think you're going to say.
That basically ran the game on Sunday.
All right, guys, if he says who we're thinking, we will stand up and walk out.
Yeah.
Well, who is it? Who is it, Jason?
Huh?
Who is it?
James Maddison. Well, who did you think I was going to say?
Eze.
That's a good suggestion, Nathan. I didn't think of that. He's even turned his light off. Chris, you really need... Chris, we all know you've got a dirty shelf there. So... It's saying here, Leicester City star James Maddison is braced for bad news, while Ivan Toney and Tammy Abraham face nervous waits with Southgate considering England recalls for Marcus Rashford and Callum Wilson. To be honest, Rashford and Wilson would be good picks in my eyes. Rashford's been good in a subpar Man United team. Also,
Rashford could have been a lot better, but he's just lazy.
Didn't he also wanted to pick out Ashley Young? I saw something like that.
Yeah, I saw that as well.
37-year-old Ashley Young.
And bloody a donkey for Brighton called Danny Welbeck.
Yeah.
For me, Gareth Southgate is just getting desperate.
Yeah, it sounds like it when he picks old names out that people haven't heard in years.
Admittedly, when he took Ashley Young to the World Cup in 2018, I actually thought, what the hell? But he actually had a reasonable World Cup, to be fair. I didn't think he did terrible. He actually did okay. So he took a mixture of young and experience, because you do need experience in that team.
I mean, to be fair, there's a difference between experience, like good experience, and shit experience. What people don't.
I thought Ashley Young did all right at Man United. I thought he did all right. I thought he was a reasonable signing.
Yeah, he was a bit.
He was an attacking left winger who got dropped into left back because he couldn't do it going forward. I mean, to be fair, Ashley Young.
When he played under Fergie, he was good. When he played under Fergie, he was good.
Antonio Valencia was good.
Oh, Valencia was amazing.
Antonio Valencia was brilliant.
Valencia was amazing until he got the number 7 shirt, then had a terrible season, then went back to number 25 and he played well again.
Yeah, that shirt has been sort of jinxed since Ronaldo left.
Oh yeah,
it's been jinxed since he's come back. It has.
Shut up, Eze lover.
I don't think he's been jinxed since he's come back. I just think his attitude has not been great.
No, it hasn't.
I mean, bear in mind, that first season, he helped us in the Champions League. He got the most goals out of everyone in the team in a crap team.
You can't dispute that, though, can you? Like, you know,
his attitude was just appalling, and his attitude.
Oh, I'm not going to deny that.
It will remain to be seen what his demeanour is like during the World Cup.
He's going to go. He's going to the World Cup.
Yeah. But I mean, you know, when he's around the team at the World Cup, is he even going to start? Because you know, I'm not really clued up on Portugal at the moment, but
João Felix is the only other striker.
Yeah, João Felix. Are they going to play him sort of like him and João Felix, like a Michael Owen and Heskey type thing, where João Felix is going to do all the running?
Did you just compare Ronaldo to Michael Owen and bloody Heskey?
No, I mean the way they're going to play with each other.
Yeah, Heskey, top class.
He was.
Oh, shut up, you tart. You haven't said much, but shut up, you tart.
Beast.
Beast. Go on, Nathan. Beast.
Well, to be fair though, the thing is though, if we were Gareth Southgate, the question is, who would you take to the World Cup?
I mean, we all know what Southgate is going to do.
Right, let's just go through it, right? Keeper and defenders, midfielders, attackers, right? Your starting 11, starting with defenders and goalkeeper. Chris, go.
In goal,
yeah,
I know exactly who Southgate is going to go for. He does it every bloody tournament, even though he's the worst out of the lot, which has got to be Jordan Pickford.
Yeah.
Right back, it'll be right wing back, he'll either have. Oh, who's he up? Oh, Reece James is injured, isn't he?
Yeah.
Kyle Walker. No, Kieran Trippier, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kyle Walker next to him as the right centre back. Harry Maguire in the middle, and John Stones on the left side.
Yeah.
And then he'll have Luke Shaw at left back. Then he'll have Declan Rice, who's not really been that good this season.
No. He had a stinker against Palace.
Yep, exactly. And so Declan Rice and probably Calvin Phillips, even though he's not played.
I think he's disgusting if he takes Calvin Phillips. He's been injured for most of the season. He's played for 20 minutes for Man City this season. If he is picked, I think that's a fraudulent pick. Carry on.
And then it'll be Jude Bellingham or Mason Mount.
Right.
And on the wings, he'll have Foden on the left.
Yeah.
And maybe Sterling on the right with Harry Kane in the middle. That will be Southgate's bang average pick because Southgate does not know how to pick a good winning team.
Well, let's get into a final. Anyway, Nathan, go.
The final one, the only hard.
We're talking about Southgate starting 11 for the first game, right?
Just your starting 11. Who you would pick?
Oh, my starting 11.
Yeah.
Who I would pick.
Yeah.
Oh, if it's our one, I would change mine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what I meant.
That's what I said, Chris.
Oh, I said I'll pick.
No,
I'll
just
pick
who we realistically think that Gareth Southgate would
we're
pick.
gonna go.
Wait, who we realistically think will be the team that I said because that's literally Southgate's bread and butter.
I'm gonna go for Southgate's starting 11.
Go on.
But I will obviously name who I would pick and take to the squad. Southgate's starting 11 is Pickford.
Yeah.
He'll play Pickford. He'll play Stones, Maguire, and Walker. I reckon he will play Trent as a right wing back. I reckon Trent's going to go to the World Cup. It'll be Trent or Trippier. Trent or Trippier. His left wing back will be Shaw. He'll go for Shaw. And I think it's 2 centre mids, which one of them ain't a centre mid. He'll play Rice as a centre mid, even so Rice is a CDM. He will play Bellingham in the middle, and he'll play Foden, Kane, and Sterling. That is my prediction for Southgate starting 11.
Reese?
I would probably pick the 3 or what am I going for, the 3 keepers? Or am I just sticking with the first?
Just go for your.
You think
go
it's the
for
start
your
of
first
11 for
11.
Southgate's first game. What do you think Southgate's going to do? You can agree with us because we basically said the exact same formation and lineup.
Pretty much, just obviously,
I'm going to go for Pickford in goal, obviously, because he's England's saviour, really.
No, he's shagging Southgate's daughter or son, whichever.
And then I would want him to go 3 at the back, but he's not. He's never going to go 3 at the back.
Because Maguire is shit. You need him as much support as possible.
I hope he doesn't start Maguire, and instead he goes for Walker, right back, Shaw left back, and then the 2 centre back to be Stones and Dyer.
Are you having a Dyer, mate?
Wow.
Mate,
and then
are you losing your mind? What about Tomori, who actually won a trophy last season?
Wait, Reese, you're talking about Southgate starting 11, not your starting 11.
Yeah, I'm talking about
Why
Southgate.
You're talking about Southgate.
Yeah.
Southgate's not going to pick Tomori, is he?
Why?
Exactly.
Oh, Southgate's racist. Call him out.
I'd have.
Why would you pick?
What?
Why would you pick Eric fucking shit Dyer?
Because Gareth Southgate has.
He was the only player that tried in our the crappy Nations League thing. He's the only player that tried after we were losing. The rest of them gave up. But when you looked at him, he was actually trying to do something.
But why is he even on the pitch? He's shit.
He's a solid player. They played him as CDM and it
So
didn't
is my left
work.
nutsack.
And then
You
they
know, my
switched
left
him to
nutsack goes to the
defence and
World
he
Cup.
became a lot better. He's doing well for Tottenham.
Oh, what? They're finishing like mid-table now? Like, no, not like struggling to keep the Champions League spot.
They're in 4th at the minute. They were doing all right.
In the minute, because we fucking blown it.
Chris,
If we didn't blow it,
Chris, let him carry on, man.
He did.
Eric Dyer. My God, disgraceful.
Proceed, Reese.
I'd go
Fucking
for
Eric
the
Dyer.
3 centre mids. So I know he usually goes for 2, but I think he might change up this time just to give a bit of strength for the midfield. So the wide players can move. The wide players can move further up. Probably hope he chooses, not will. Something like Bellingham, Maddison, which is a bit questionable, obviously, at the minute. And where is he? And there's another one at the minute as well, Ward-Prowse. Yes, Southampton are in the worst spot at the minute, but I still think he's a decent player.
And Jason has just left the chat.
Make up. Oh,
yeah.
I hate Southampton.
And then
I don't.
You hate their fans.
Go ahead,
and
Reese.
then right wing Sterling, left wing Saka, striker Kane.
That's an eclectic squad right there. So
yeah,
Gareth Southgate, we know he's gonna probably Roy Hodgson it for the first few games. So I think he will go 4-3-3. He will go Trent, Walcott or Trent, Stones, Maguire.
4-2-3-1.
Walcott.
I didn't say Walcott. I said Walker. He'll put Walker in there.
I had to say, where's Theo Walcott?
He'll be either Walker or
Hopefully
Trent.
at home.
Walker or Trent, Stones, Maguire, Shaw, Pickford in goal. In the midfield, he is going to go Calvin Phillips, isn't he? Let's face it, Calvin Phillips, Declan Rice, sorry, and he's probably going to put Bellingham there or Mount. He's going to put Mount there, isn't he?
Yeah.
And then he's going to go front 3, Sterling, Kane, Foden, or Sancho.
Sancho won't play.
As
much as I want him to, but I mean, look what he did to Sancho and Rashford at the fucking Euros.
Me personally, England going forward are incredible, right? Just going forward. If you look at the talent we've got, right? we can easily play 3 at the back.
You
So the
literally sound like Pie Face.
The wing backs will be like the wingers will be Trent, who's extremely good going forward.
Shit,
Right.
going back.
Shut up.
That's why he's
Right.
being a B-Tech winger.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, right? And then we're gonna have Shaw because he's our only best other left back. But there is another player that can play like that, and he's being overlooked at the moment, and that's Tyrick Mitchell. It sounds biased, but I'd have him there. He's been playing there.
Hard to say Mark Gurney.
Guys, I think it's time.
Chris, shut up. Right, back 3. Walker, Maguire, hear me out. And I'd go Mark Gurhey. Right?
Who?
Mark Gurhey has been solid this season, along with Jim Anderson. Right? Palace. You've got Maguire. Chris, shut up, man. You've got Maguire, who's a different gravy in an England shirt. I don't know what's going on. He turns out for England, but he doesn't for Man United. And Walker
Did you not see him in the last Nations League game?
No, because Nations League is clapped. In the middle, I would have, like he has that the two centre midfielders and then the attacker. I'd flip that. Right, I would have Rice, Bellingham, Maddison.
Why do I feel like you're doing a Chinese takeaway order?
Right. Bosh. And then front 3, Foden, Kane, and Sterling. As much as I hate Sterling, he's always there and he pops up with the goals. That's how I would have it.
I mean, if we're talking realistically, who I want is in goal. I'd have to say, and Ramsdale, because out of all the goalkeepers, he's been on top form.
Yeah, Rambo's good. I didn't say the keeper, did I? Yeah.
No, you said Pickford because obviously that's who everyone's picking because everyone's like, we know what Southgate's going to do.
Blatantly, it's going to be him.
Yeah, because he's shacking his kids. Clearly.
Shacking his kids.
Bad Mark.
Nathan. I mean, Chris.
He's no Adam Johnson here.
His kids are probably a lot older than we think they are. Is what I'm saying is they're probably
Stop going on about his kids.
All right, but yes.
Nathan's in shock. He's just sat there going, Jesus.
He's contemplating being a Chelsea fan.
Anyway.
So I'd have Walker right back, Tomori, and that's the problem. There's not really any other good centre backs, is there?
Stones.
No,
Stones.
Jason.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd have to go Stones. So he's the only other one.
He's decent for England though, and for City.
Because he only plays for England.
What about one person we've been overlooking?
Mark Gurhey.
No, Ben White.
Oh.
Benny Blanco.
That's it. I couldn't remember his bloody name. Ben White. Yeah, so Ben White and Tomori in the middle.
I'd forgive him.
Back.
I'd forgive him playing for Brighton if he wins the World Cup.
Be a new record for England to go concede 1-0 down in the first 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And
So yeah, the
right
left back, I'd have to put Kieran Trippier. I'm not playing Luke Shaw because he's shit. Then midfield, I'd probably do the 2 holding, where I'd have Rice and I'd say Bellingham. Bellingham is sort of a box to box. Rice sits in front of them. Actually, and then I'd have Foden sitting just on the edge of the box as like the false 9.
Yeah.
Left wing. If he's on form, Rashford.
Right.
If he's not, Sterling.
But
as you know, Sterling on the right because he's better on the right.
Yeah.
Grealish, because I know what he can do for the national team. He can cut in, he can knock the ball through. Harry Kane in the middle, Sterling on the right. So, actually, no, fuck Harry Kane. I want Ivan Toney. Because Harry Kane's slow. He's useless.
Well, that's not a bad call, Ivan, Tony, to be honest, but Kane has to play, I think.
No.
I mean, I get what you're saying. Like Kane does get slow, so maybe
Yeah.
there might be a need to have like a younger, fitter striker, just to like. So maybe you get like a goal for Kane, and then
But that's the problem.
Once he's
That's
knackered
why
after
we
like
lost
50,
he's
Euros.
left on.
60 minutes,
He's
you
left
just
on.
take him off.
He's left on for far too long in games, in my opinion, and
The
Yeah.
Euros,
it gets
perfect
to.
example. Literally, Harry Kane was man-marked by two of the slowest centre-backs in Europe. They were on him like flies on shit. And literally, all you need to do... What?
Maguire.
No, the other two. The two slowest outside of the UK. But no, basically, Chiellini and Bonucci. Quite slow, tough centre-backs. They're going to mark Harry Kane out of the game like that. What they need to do is bring on a far striker like Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who was on form. Don't shake your head at me, you Liverpool scumbag. You know.
He's got a point there, to be honest.
No.
And if you took Harry Kane off in extra time, well, bear in mind, you take Harry Kane off in extra time, Bonucci and Chiellini tired and slow. Look what bloody Chiellini had to do to Saka because he knew he got beat for speed. You get, what was it, Calvert-Lewin running with the ball towards their box. Who's going to win a foot race in the 95th minute?
Akinfenwa.
Who is this fucking guy?
He's like the new Heskey.
Oh, and they've just sat there being like, why am I here?
Realistically, Chris, I know what you're going to say. Realistically, how far do you think England are going to get? Group?
Quarters or semis. Depends on how lucky of a draw we get.
We're fucking playing Iran and the USA.
That don't mean nothing, mate.
They're going to be losing like 4-0.
We struggled
Iran
with the team.
and the USA, where Iran's best striker a couple of years ago was a bench warmer for Charlton in League One.
Taremi.
No, Reza Jujanajad.
Who? Local lad.
It was a guy from 2015. Iran's best striker, Reza Jujanajad. Jujanajad?
Yeah, hangback.
Was a Charlton bench warmer.
Did he go to Brighton?
I think so.
He's pronounced Yahambach.
No, not him.
Oh,
Reza Jujanajad, where he had the longest name in the Football League.
Right, okay.
And he was a bench warmer at Charlton, and he was Iran's main striker, and he scored in the World Cup.
Nathan, what do you think?
Well, who would I pick as my starting 11?
No.
Are you even listening? Are you even listening, bruv?
Yeah, I am.
Realistically, where do you think England are going to come?
I think they'll get to the last 16 and they'll lose to they'll lose to whoever, and Southgate will be sacked after.
We can only hope.
I don't want Southgate. I think Southgate has done a good job with England. I don't think he's done a terrible job. Can't sit there and say he's done a terrible job because he actually has done a good job. But at the end of the day, he was highly criticised for the Nations League.
Yeah.
And
good.
A lot of people will be expecting him to do something for this World Cup, considering how far he got in the 2018 World Cup, done in the Euros last year. If he gets to the final and does not win it, I think he will still have a job, but only because of what he's achieved these last two tournaments. But obviously, if he wins us the World Cup, he will have a job. But if he gets to the last 16 and we lose to either someone who we are expected to beat or someone really good, I think he will be gone no matter what.
I mean, to be fair, one